Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's discussion session wherein we are going to discuss the CAT 23 paper, the slot 2 paper particularly, CAT 23 slot 2 paper, the QA section. So as you all know, we had 22 questions. So question number 9 says the price of a precious stone is directly proportional to square of its weight. So that means if I write the price, it is directly proportional to square of the weight. So that means if weight doubles, say W becomes 2W, the price will become 4 times, right? It won't become double, it will become 4 times because there is a square term associated. Sita has a precious stone weighing 18 units. If she breaks it into 4 pieces with each piece having distinct integer weight, then the difference between the highest and the lowest possible values of the total price of the 4 pieces will be 2,88,000. Now let's try to understand this very carefully. She broke that original piece which was weighing 18 units into 4 pieces. Now these 4 pieces have distinct integer weights, and then he says the difference between the highest and the lowest possible value of total price of the 4 pieces will be 2,88,000. Now let's try to do one thing. Let's try to understand in which case will we have maximum value for the sum of the values of the 4 pieces, and in which case will we have the minimum value. Let's try to do that, knowing that price varies directly with the weight, square of the weight. So please understand, when square of the weight is given, and for example, if you have 2 variables, suppose A and B, their value is fixed, suppose 18 or whatever, 10 also you may take. Now, sum of the squares if you take, so sum of the squares, when will it be minimum, when will it be maximum? Let's try to understand. So sum of the squares is going to be minimum when both the numbers are going to be equal, and it is going to be maximum when both the numbers are as far as possible. So using that principle here, if I want maximum value, because here I am going for that principle because ultimately we are dealing with squares of the values, square of the weights. So if I want maximum value of the 4 pieces, I will try to take the 4 weights as far as possible. What could be the best case? I will put one of the weights to be 1 unit. The second weight, I cannot put 1 again, I will put 2 units, then 3 units, and the remaining, how much is the remaining? It will be 12, will come here. It will come here. So what will be the combined value now? So combined maximum value will be 12 square 144, 3 square 9, 2 square 4, and 1 square 1 into k, some constant k. So when you add it up, 153, 157, 158 units will be the maximum possible value that we can have when the original precious stone breaks. Similarly, let's try to figure out what can be the minimum value. So as we discussed there, for the sum of the squares to be minimum, the number should be as close as possible, if possible equal. Here the case of equality won't occur because the numbers are distinct. So what would be the closest case? So if it's 18, divide it equally almost, so 18 by 4 is 4.5. So it could be something like one of the pieces is 4, other is 5, third is 3, and the last one is 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the closest that we'll have. So if you take 3, 4, 5, 6, what will be the minimum value? The sum of the values of all these smaller pieces. 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, and 6 square is 36. And when you add it all, 50 and 36 is 86k. So as you can see, maximum value was 158 units, minimum value is 86 units. The difference is given to us as 2,88,000. So what is given? The difference between these two, 158 minus 86 is 72 parts. Given that 72 parts is 2,88,000. So 72 will cancel out 4 times and 4,000. So 1 part will be 4,000. What is he asking us? Then the price of the original precious stone will be 18 parts. So thus can I say, so 1 part is 4,000. So my answer will be 18 parts square. So 324 parts. And 1 part is 4,000. not 18 parts, sorry, 18 square parts is 324 parts, which will give us what? 324 into 4 is 1296,000. So 12,96,000, that is option choice 1 is going to be the correct answer. I hope we are clear with this.